Alright, since the last video about me talking about Ghost went pretty well, there was a lot of reception on it and a lot of people talking about the game and how they missed it for what it was and, are happy to come back to it. It's honestly a big surprise for me. I'm gonna just say this real quick. I'm sick, by the way, so yeah, if I sound like a little nerd, that's probably why. But yeah, Call of Duty Ghosts. Everyone was making a big deal about it coming back, and I am very surprised to see people are welcoming the games in open arms. And that was the big thing I was talking about in my previous video. And just seeing like a lot of people just coming back to the game and really having fun with it and enjoying it for what it is now than how it was back then before. And my big thing is, are they going to feel the same way about Advanced Warfare though? Because that was my favorite game back in the day. I think Advanced Warfare, for it getting a lot of shit for it being new and having the futuristic movements, I actually had fun with it. It was a unique idea for the time being, and people really hated it when it came out. I was, 2014, I was a freshman in high school when that game came out, and I was a real big fan. I think I got the Xbox. No, I still had a 360. I didn't get the Xbox One until 2016. So I played it on a 360, and it was a blast. It was the funnest thing I've ever had. But yeah, at the time, it's just crazy seeing like a game getting like a whole lot of hate back then, but now being appreciated for what it is now. It's kind of like the prequels of of Star Wars, where it's just like, yeah, back then people did not like it. It was just criticized to the bag for what it was doing and for what it stood for. But then years after the fact, since we got like a lot of garbage, the fans think, that's when they started appreciating the content more. And what came previously was more remorse and honestly, just they're like, oh man, maybe it was too harsh on this one. Man, it's not that bad. I mean, for me personally, like I said in my previous video, I didn't think Call of Duty Ghosts was bad, but it's just Black Ops 2 came out a year before, and I just went back to that. Simple as that. I just never really hated on Call of Duty at all, and finding it necessary to do that. It just was, okay, I didn't like it, just go do something else. But there's diehard fans that love seeing a game franchise die. I mean, Call of Duty now, I would say, okay, they need to make a change because it's just a lot of stuff they're putting out there. I'm like, I don't got time for that. The fast movement, the skins, and just the goofiness. I actually miss when Call of Duty took itself seriously. And Ghost takes itself seriously. If you notice, the whole aesthetic and the whole vibe of the game reminds me of this post-apoc. How do you say that word? Post-apoc. Bitch, I can't even spell. A world where it was destroyed. I'm sick. I can't even say that. I'm not cutting none of this shit out. Post-apoc. No, I'm not saying it. A tongue twister. But yeah, it's one of those worlds like Fallout. It's just a Fallout world. But just the whole world's ruined. It's just different, and just kind of seeing how everything is after the fact and the aftermath of what happened beforehand, and it's a really unique world building set. And I do believe that they was really going with an aesthetic with this one. It was definitely different within its time, and the campaign, of course, the campaign was mixed, but I liked it. It was really good. It had a narrative. Logan, you follow Logan and his brothers and everything, and then the father figure of the founder of the Ghost. Yeah, it followed a really good narrative story, and it was easy to follow. But yeah, people would just say, "Oh man, the campaign was alright. It was at mid, and you should have seen the." I mean, people, dude, it's different now because we're on a new Call of Duty now. But back then, you gotta tell me what you. Let me tell you, people were harsh on this game when it came out. I mean, it was harsh. The criticism went. There was nobody defending this game, and people were just trash talking it for most of the time. And I'm like, damn, it's not that damn bad. I mean, I had fun with it. Of course, like I said, I played a little bit Call of Ghosts, and I switched right back to Black Ops 2. But I didn't think it was that awful, and people was just tripping. It was really tripping on stuff. So, the maps, some maps are okay, but majority of it was, I like the close. Was it Stakeout? It was a different map, not Stakeout. That's Black Ops 6. But it was the baseball arena. That was my favorite map out the whole game. It was shorthand. It was good for XP boosting and everything. The maps of the multiplayer was some was good, some was bad. It's just how it is in Call of Duty. It was experimentative for its time being, and you got to give them credit for what credit's due. It was trying something different, and they end up trying the best. Utilizing new technology and new skill sets and all kinds of things to enhance the game's visuals and push it to its limit. Because like I said from the previous video, it's going from the Xbox 360 to the Xbox One, the PS3 to the PS4. Because around 2013, that's when the end of 2013, that's when the new gen consoles came out around that time. And so, yeah, they had to really push the bargain of what they can do capability-wise within utilizing the consoles. I just use some big-ass words, and I'm sick. But I can't say post-apoc... See, I can't say it. It's a fucking tongue twister. Damn. I'm gonna get that word right at the end of the video. I swear. But yeah, that's the whole thing about that game. I think people are really switching up on it, and it's crazy. They're switching up on not only Black Ops 7, but Battlefield 6, which I think is crazy. I just recently saw a video of someone explaining, the sales and the Steam players going down, and people are not playing it or because of the season not being that good. And I'm like, damn, you guys are fake as hell, fake fans and stuff. It's like, if a game's not doing well, you should be doing everything out your power to support it. But they're not doing that. So they're just, talking down about it. And it's like hoping for its demise. I swear this generation is just cancel culture. I mean, yeah, you can cancel any other game, but not Battlefield 6. Just support it. Just give it some time. Let them cook, I think people put the game on too many high expectations and then was surprised to see it didn't do well. And yeah, it's just bashing it for what it is now. But I'm like, dude, it's not necessary. Like, come on now. Like, just enjoy the game for what it is. I mean, I don't think it's a bad game. Awesome multiplayer. I'm still playing the campaign, but, that's a whole other game. But yeah, Call of Duty Ghost. Yeah, it says a lot where we're at with the gaming community and first-person shooters and stuff like that. Because what's dominating the market right now with first-person shooters or just shooting in general is Arc Raiders. Now, I have not played that game at all. I heard a lot of good things about it. My friends and colleagues and stuff like that are playing it, and they're like, yeah, bro, you can get all kind of gear and attachments and all kinds of stuff that you can put together and utilize throughout the map, and, you get your gear, and then you can keep onto your gear while you keep playing, and you earn more stuff while you do the game. And I'm like, I ain't doing all that. For some little butthead to kill me. I'm just trying to, loot. I seen those videos. I ain't stupid. Shoot. I was looking at a video about somebody playing Arc Raiders, and this guy was chilling. There's some guy that was just literally chilling, just looking for loot any old day, and some random literally came up in there and started shooting at him, and it was just trolling him the whole time. Dude, and I'm like, and he's like, bro, can you get me up? And the guy was just trolling, just saying stupid stuff the whole time. And I'm like, imagine spending weeks to get something, to get your arsenal together, only just to lose it by a troll. I'm not playing that. You must be out your mind. And I got to start from zero again. That must be some good guns or something. Because that means I got to have friends I got to play with on a daily basis to make sure I get killed. Because I ain't gonna lie, I ain't perfect playing games, but it's gonna take that one game where I'm sleepy from work or something like that, and I start playing, and I get my ass scoped from some damn try hard ass kid or something like that, and they gonna take my loot, and I just wasted a whole weekend trying to get myself together. So no, I'm not doing that. That's crazy. But Arc Raiders is trending and Call of Duty Ghost is trending. So that's crazy. It's a new year, but it's something different we can look upon and see what we can do with that. But yeah, with that information, if you guys like Call of Duty Ghosts, let me know in the comments again if you guys like the campaign. If you guys actually stuck through and played that campaign, and I actually think they should make a second one, because I personally think they should make a second campaign because of the cliffhanger. Because I've been still waiting since 2013 to figure out what's going on. And if they make a second campaign, that would be pretty cool, like a DLC or something like that. But just to build upon that post-upon, I can't even say it. Building upon that game, that'd be pretty cool. We're going to get that word right. Hold on. All these books, and today's not the day I want to pronunciate that word. That is a big surprise for me. It's a tongue twister for some reason. Anyway, let me know how you guys feel about Call of Duty Ghosts coming back out, and if it deserves a sequel, another chance. And do you think Activision is really going to say something about this? Let me know in the comments. But other than that, you guys take care, stay safe, and peace.